you know it. Trudeau will not pay for this show, so please donate to keep us on the air, because there's a big discussion going on across Canada, really across the world, about energy. And those who say, well, we don't need that much energy, they're wrong. We're going to need more and more energy. And some jurisdictions are looking to nuclear. Here's a book called Nuclear Revolution, published by Optimum. The president of Optimum is Dean Baxendale, who joins me right now. So you published it, you know all about it. Tell our viewers about the nuclear revolution.
Well, the Nuclear Revolution is written by a longtime policy advocate for the nuclear industry, Jack Spencer. He hails out of Washington. We launched the book about 3 weeks ago in Washington, D.C. And really what we're looking at and what Jack is looking at is a real free market approach to bringing nuclear energy into its own in terms of making it competitive without overburdening it with the level of restrictions that we currently have within the industry, but most importantly, having the industry stand on its own, not going to taxpayers for all the money to subsidize it.
Is there an industry, because when you hear nuclear energy, it's always governments who build the reactors. Are you saying there should be the private enterprise? And then I know people are going to be saying right now, not so much the viewers of this show, but other people are going to say, you can't have people making nuclear reactors without government control.
Well, he's not advocating for no government control. Well,
oversight, yes.
Oversight. We're talking about, it's a 70-year-old technology that has been in private hands in the United States. Here in Canada, we have public power generation. In the United States, it's a private generation in partnership, naturally, oftentimes with states. But ultimately, it is the private enterprise that is ultimately driving nuclear. We need 50% more electricity between now, 2021, actually, this recent report, 2021 and 2050. Where's that going to come from? British Columbia is taking energy from other provinces and the United States. With all of their hydro, they cannot sustain their need for electricity there. Ontario, with our industrial base, cannot either without nuclear.
Let's address the fearmongers, because 3 Mile Island, Chernobyl, the meltdowns.
Yes. So Jack covers those particular issues in the book very, very well. The reality is, 3 Mile Island, there was nobody died from 3 Mile Island. Nobody ever got cancer from 3 Mile Island, and it was a mechanical failure. It did lead to additional processes and regulations that ultimately safeguarded America from such a fallout. Chernobyl was a huge mistake, a catastrophic failure of the engineers. It was an accident, but it was, again, very few people died from Chernobyl either. But the myth around this has been
that's why
multiple people have died.
That, the myth about nuclear meltdowns, and everybody in an area around is going to be melted. But now, so you're saying there are more safeguards. There will always be accidents, whether it's any kind of energy.
But in the commercial side, there's been limited accidents. We need more energy. It's clean, it's renewable, and it's affordable.
And it should be Canadian. Dean Baxendale, thanks very much. 3 minutes. To those of you who have subscribed and donated, a heartfelt thank you. You're keeping us on the air. If you're watching and you haven't, please try to do so, because 4 years ago, we started this show because there needed to be independent analysis. Now more than ever, with the Online Harms Act. Once that gets into law, it's been passed once by the House, there are going to be hundreds of bureaucrats censoring the news in Canada, censoring this show. We need to keep it on the air. Thanks for your support.